Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. In the last episode, we ended up building the long, windy rail line that is going to carry coal down off the mountain and deliver it to the steel mill and tools factory that we have been working with. And we got our train over here. So that's running. We'll see how well that works. I did end up burying most of these helixes, but it's fine. At least some of it pops out, right? I didn't quite get it in the position that I was thinking, but I could sit here and fiddle around with it for hours and have other things to do. Ah, the Antov AN225 is now available. I don't know if our locomotive new multi-units, I think that's what those are. Yep. I don't think our air freight lines could really use it, but maybe. We wouldn't need to use like 6 planes on one line. We could just cut that down to 2, but from what I remember is that those things don't really make much money. They're so expensive to operate. So, we now have everything in place to make tools. We can make steel. We could eventually divert some steel over to that machines factory if we wanted. We have steel here, so we are getting some coal through because we have other things that are carrying coal. In fact, we've got quite a bit of coal coming through, much more than I had thought would, but that's all right. If we need a bigger train, we need a bigger train. Now what we need is a train that will carry tools from here into town, so they're actual customers that will be demanding tools, so that this tools factory will actually make something. I'm not planning on a very big train right now, but we need something. So let's set up that line and then figure out where it's going to go. So yeah, that's fine. So you're going to come in there, and then you're going to drop off there, and we're saying that there is an issue. Not connect all stations. Why? If I change that, does it help? If I change this, does it help? No, it needs to be on 2. Now, it doesn't say no path electric, though I could double check for that. We do bypass through here. Unless there's a problem with the connection into this station. There might be. Let's take a look. Let's sever that connection for the moment. We'll take care of you in a minute. All right. Construction not possible. Because No reason, apparently. We'll connect both of those. Why not? And it's still saying cannot connect all stations. Let's do a quick check for electrification. That would be a problem. There we go. There's no actual terminal over here that it can connect to. Okay. That we can fix. In fact, while we're looking at it, we might as well just go ahead and renovate the station. We are going to need to put a line in there. And then we are going to need to do something like that. With something like that. We're going to need to get rid of this. Once the autosave finishes. And get our signals moved up to here. And then we need to go into here and we need to change the terminals for line 1 to 3. And there we are. Perfect. Now, this is train freight. Arstead? Arstead? Tools. Almost certainly other things and tools will come through here because that's just the way stuff works. But for now, we'll call it tools, and let's go ahead and put a locomotive on here that is relatively cheap. EMDS D42s. These are basically the same. There's one's electric, one is... No, these are diesels as well. Let's see. You know what? Let's go with it. What's the speed on those? That's one thing I did not check. 120, 105. These are actually faster. Okay, cargo. We're looking at top speed. These do 160. We don't need anything that big. These good old 50-foot boxcars will Be just what we need. Probably around 160 capacity. And put this on the Harstad Tools line. Thinking about it. There it goes. It's more of a passenger locomotive in my thoughts, but you know, we'll use it for this. Let's see if we can clean up some of this. This is where I never smooth this train because I didn't have the money at the time to do it. There we go. Why are you stopped there? Is it because of that train? Maybe. Yeah, it's probably because of that train. That's fine, actually. Okay, so the next thing we need to work on is goods. Now, that is feeding a lot of different cities out of those goods factories. Let's see. Is there another goods factory kicking around somewhere that I can take advantage of without too much trouble? That would be a good question. Let's see. We have unused goods factory sitting there in Lillehammer. That might actually be a thing we do. Because, or would that actually already be working? Airfield. Airfield. Did I have a line? Yeah, there is a... It's carrying goods. It doesn't see any customers because I'm not doing anything there. But, conceivably, could that do something? So we have this line, which could potentially carry goods. It's not at the moment, and there's some goofiness going on there, but that's what it is, I guess. I mean, I could try to sort out why that's doing that, but... And that comes down here, and that loads onto here. And then we have a train that comes over here. Do we? We have an oil train that comes through. Who stops here? Does anybody stop here? A logs train stops here. No, nobody goes from here on rails to here. And what we would actually want is someone to go on rails from here to here, actually. Because we have a train going from here to here that could carry the goods. True. So what we need is we need a line that can connect to this station. that connects into here. I knew I put those bypass tracks in there for a reason. Alright. Now, here's the thing. What we would do, well, first off, is we would upgrade this track to the appropriate type. We probably want to update this. Like, the entire bypass lane can get replaced. Good. All right, so then what we would do is we would do this. All right, and then we would need to split off our set of tracks. Now, do we want to go under that road? Well, we could go under that road. Need to wait for the autosave whenever it decides it wants to finish. There we go. Okay. What we'll need is we'll need a signal there. We'll need a signal there. And we'll need a signal here. These tracks run parallel for a short distance, and then run over to here. And yep, we get a nice tunnel. Okay, then. It comes through there. Perfect. And so we'll want to create a new line. One that starts here. And ends here. We'll need to, yep, that's correct. This is going to be train freight. Drummond. Goods transfer. Okay. Now what we'll need is we'll need an actual separate terminal over here. That will need to go away for the moment. And then that will need to slide in there. Carefully remove those signals. Put my crossover back in. Look at a bunch of really nasty traffic. That's a lot of traffic coming out of Harstad and trying to get into Drummond. There's no quick, easy rail passenger route for that. We'll have to think about that. What? Don't you just hate that? Come on, man. Holding up an entire line of traffic because you want to wedge yourself into that lane. Oh, boy. All right. Oh, the other thing we want to do is we need to put a signal there. Okay, and then over here we can move you to Terminal 3. That works. And I think we have... Yes, we do. We have a train depot over here. We'll go ahead, we'll put one of these on here because I should probably have someone use this. And we're going to want a relatively cheap, high tractive effort locomotive. Use this. GE C40-8. I don't think I've used yet. GP40X. I think I have used that. Yeah, I don't think I've used one of these. So let's go ahead and use one of those. It's 114 capacity. It does 113. These things can do 160. That's just more expensive than I want to go with right now. Okay, 315 capacity. Let's go with the four car. That's a ridiculously short train, but so be it. Let's see what we end up with. Drummond goods transfer. There we are. Now, that really isn't going to move much. That really isn't going to move much of anything. At least I don't think it will. It might, actually. Who knows? But what we're going to want to do is want to get this goods factory that fired up. It is fired up. Never mind. It just needs plastic, because it always needs plastic. Because we are receiving paper quite a bit. We're receiving silver. We're getting some planks. We just need plastic, because we always need plastic. Are we at a point yet where I can add a second runway? We are at a point where I can add second runways. Do it. All right. Just if we can, do it. Now, this airfield all the way over here. Really can't. Because it would have to go over here. I'd have to rework like this whole airfield. Have anything bigger yet? DC-10s, 90 capacity. I could replace them with one Antonov. It would ease traffic. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Okay. Well, let's not get too terribly distracted. We need... Let's see. Is there any other way we can get plastic? It is not being utilized yet. We have a Kongsberg chemical plant down here that is not being utilized. Uh-huh. And you want grain. Fantastic. Let's get your road upgraded. Good. The steel mill over here no one's using. Let's see. Where can we get you grain? What will be the easiest way to get it to you? That farm is being utilized to deliver grain here. Which isn't really going anywhere right now. So why is that there? I think I did that because I think it was gonna go away, right? That alcohol distillery, something was gonna go out of business over here, and I didn't want that to happen, so I set up a line that utilized it. We'll have to figure out a place to take that alcohol at some point. Is there a farm that is not being taken advantage of? There are many farms that are not being taken advantage of. Let's see. Where are they? Brecken. That is not going to happen. Neither is that. Let's see. I have a Nyborg farm. Way over on the side of the map. A Ralma farm, which is sitting right there that isn't doing anything. No, it is. Sunsval farm. I have one sitting right about here. Maybe we should expand a farm. That's cattle. We really need to use this. Like, we're not doing anything with this alcohol, so... yeah, we need to just use this farm. Okay. That's not a problem. We have bus lane all the way through here with trams on it. These are old trams. What we would want to do is we would want to do something along these lines. Now, we would not want this to be a through street to discourage traffic from even thinking about trying to use it. Like these idiots here. There's nowhere to go, guys. In actuality, what would be even better is to just directly connect it here. Okay. Yeah, that would be even better. Along those lines. Now, we have... this route, which is connected here. These trams could carry the grain. Problem is, they are loaded with carrying everything else. Over here. But we could create a separate line. We can do this. Yes. Create a separate line. There. To there. Make it like super ugly greenish yellow. We call this road freight Longsburg green. We probably already have one. That's probably what I call the other one. Nope. And what we would do is basically say this grain here, we don't need it anymore. Manage the vehicles on the line. Sell all the vehicles. And then go ahead and delete the line. No longer needed. So then what we would do, I probably didn't need to sell those vehicles, but it's okay. ATSF Warbonnet. Frankfurt. EC40-8W. Gaz tank truck, dump truck, tarpaulins, and coaches. More of those new diesels. Okay. So what we want to do, the Narvik coal line. No, not the Narvik coal line. The Narvik steel line. We want to manage that line and say over here in Upper Kongsberg, we do not want you to load grain. Do not load grain. Okay. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to buy some cargo trams. We have these brand new ones. 300 kilowatts, 30 capacity with 2 compartments. What can we do with one of these? Go a little bit faster, but it doesn't matter. We did an 8X. These have 56 capacity and 8 compartments. So that is significantly better. Yes. Get me like 4 of those. Put them on the Kongsberg grain route. What we want to make sure on the Kongsberg grain route, we manage that line, is that over here in Upper Kongsberg, for loading, we're not going to load anything. The only thing we're going to load is grain. I don't want it picking up coal. I don't want it picking up iron ore. Just grain. Good. And then over here, what we'll do is we'll get another new line, which I probably should have just reworked this line instead of deleted it. Because it's just going to get called the same thing. But yeah, I was dumb. As soon as the autosave decides it wants to finish, there we go. You go over there. There we go. This is going to be road freight. Arstad grain. The trucks could have even been reused. Well. Terminals. Make sure we're not doubling up on anybody. You go to Terminal 4. Perfect. And then over here, we buy those trucks, or just buy different trucks. We just need some dumpers. You guys. Give me like 4. I got 3. 4. And drop them on that line. And then what we'll need to do, and we'll do this next episode because we're just out of time, is we'll set up a warehouse over here. And we'll truck the grain through from here to here. And then the plastic will have to find its way over here, which we'll have to figure out. But that'll be next episode. So for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.